Hey guys, Dave here from Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds, hanging out with the full contingent here today.
I'm Ted.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Nate.
And today we wanted to shoot a video a little bit about Nerdarchy, why we formed Nerdarchy, and it is actually Nerdarchy LLC. Also, we were inspired the other day, well, I was inspired the other day when I was trolling through Facebook and Matt clicked.
So you were giving negative comments to people because you were trolling.
Maybe strolling as opposed to trolling.
Right. It's a whole new concept.
Yeah.
These days.
But Matt Click from A Fistful of Dice did this funny April Fool's joke, when he Prestige Pro or something like that, where he's
Fistful of Dice Prestige, and then there's Prestige Pro, and then Premium Prestige Pro,
and then everyone kept adding to it,
different levels. Yeah. It was a pretty good running gag.
Yeah, and so it was kind of like I'm going to charge for this service or whatever. And the thing that it was funny, but the thing that really struck me about it was that the number of people that stumbled across that and didn't realize it was April 1st and that it was a gag, and how angry they got.
Yeah.
That
is that something you observed, that people were pretty? There were some.
There's definitely
pretty heated comments.
Yes, there was. I'm not going to point any out.
What group was this? Was he put just the YouTube RPG Brigade, or was he doing it in other places too?
I think he put it in a couple groups, and
I only saw it. I saw it on the One Shot group, so that's
and it was also his the Fistful of Dice fan page on Facebook. I saw.
Yeah.
So now that being said, that attitude is kind of prevalent that I've seen in the internet. I don't know if it's only the RPG community.
No, I think it's pretty much everywhere.
No, I mean,
there's always a group of people who get offended when you say,
you talk about money.
Yeah, I've spent hours doing something. I'm not asking everybody to pay for it, but anybody want to give me something for it?
Yeah. Well, so I guess the point is we just want to have a discussion. We'd like you guys to join it and go, how do you feel about it? Because when we started this as a YouTube channel, the idea is we wanted to talk to you guys, the gamers out there. And I wasn't really aware that the RPG YouTube community was so big. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until we started getting involved with it.
Started shaking virtual hands, if you will.
Yeah. And then listening to other people, I realized they got involved to do videos like this just to basically talk at the other people that were doing videos like this. Mm-hmm. And we weren't really aware of that. And we were just we're a couple, we're a bunch of old school gamers and nerds have been doing this for a while. And hey, we can talk to our people out there,
right?
Yeah. And kind of, spread the hobby and keep it going. And also in the back of our mind, we also knew we eventually wanted to move into products and bringing value to the community.
Right. I mean,
in that form,
it's more than just, spreading the hobby, but it's also spreading the experience. Each one of us has got more than 20 years worth of tabletop experience. We all come from a different mindset when it comes to gaming, and a different place, and a different style of how different things are done. So with most of the other channels out there being an individual talking,
a solo person,
being just talking to the camera, here we can talk to each other and in some cases debate or mutual
heated arguments,
fist fights.
That's right. We're trying to get body slam,
or communally create something that is just awesome. And sometimes we do it with, here's an idea, run with it on camera. So it's unique to what's out there.
A little bit, yeah. So, with that being said, we produce a lot of videos.
Yes,
we do. We're doing 2 videos a day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes we do gameplays as well, and live plays through Google Hangout. And we also have a website where we produce, 5 articles a week
and a webcomic. Or is that counted?
That's counted.
Yeah, it's 5. Yeah,
4 articles of webcomic.
Pieces of content.
And then we like to put funny, dumb shit up on Facebook all the time.
Yeah. Reddit.
I engage people with different conversations and different ideas on Reddit.
I'm starting to do more stuff with our Google Plus account, because there's clearly people interacting with us there. Yeah. So I mean, we're literally spread throughout so many different avenues of social media, and
also on the Twitter, if you want to catch us there and you hang out there, we are there.
So I guess so what we want to know is what do you guys feel about it? For us, obviously our YouTube channel is always going to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've been talking about putting up a newsletter where we might put special content in there for people that join the newsletter.
Mm-hmm. But again, that just takes an email and
right. Yeah, you put your email in, join the newsletter, and you'll get that too. which, you know, the newsletter, it costs money to do that. It costs money to run a website. We have to buy lighting and camera equipment and, you know, sometimes software or whatever it takes to make this better. So it's not like you can do it for free anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, for us, the idea behind the YouTube channel is, one, we get to express ourselves, and two, like, we know eventually we want to create products to put out there for you guys to purchase.
Well, I mean, the Tarrasque in the room, if you will, right, is that like all this stuff we do is pretty much as part-time nerds. Just imagine what we could do if we had the time to be full-time nerds.
Right.
You know, like really, like, you know, we do an eventual eye towards like publishing some stuff, whether it's scenarios or full-on modules, campaign setting stuff. As we build out the Chimes of Discordia, you know, turning that into a full-fledged campaign setting is definitely something that could be on the far-flung horizon.
Or, you know, or even tabletop games.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we like the, you know, that's another hobby
like the
of ours.
indie board game card game.
It's not
space.
like that shelf behind me that's full of games ever gets to see any use.
Or,
So I don't really.
Right, or you do a Smash Up article every week, it seems like, for eternity. Or until they stop making Smash Up games for you to talk about.
Well, right now there isn't any Smash Up
Yeah,
games.
that stack isn't even actually on the shelf. It's by the shelf.
But so this comes back to like my first impression when I saw that people were genuinely angry. Matt Click brings a lot of value to this community. He has a fucking awesome YouTube channel.
And he's been at it for years, and the Provokers, you know.
Yeah, and you know, the quality of the Provokers game that he's got going now is amazing, and the fact that people would begrudge him if he honestly wanted to do that. And listen, we're not saying that's what he was looking to do.
It was a joke.
I don't actually know what, you know, Matt's intentions are. You know, I do know that he's got you know, a store where he sells Fistful of Dice merchandise where you can help him out and support him. As do a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of them also have Patreon accounts now.
Yeah.
But
spreading like wildfire.
Spreading like wildfire. But you know, I've also seen it where in the community there's this backlash against, oh, you want to make money, like it's this horrible thing. Because, like, you know, combined, we probably put in, how many hours do you think we're putting into this thing a month?
Let's see, we're probably around 320 to 340 hours a month.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just thinking that it's roughly like I work an extra day and a half. You know, like, so it's like
during the week,
yeah,
or during the month.
I mean, no, during the week. Like it's like I work either another 6 to 12 hours, like just doing Nerdarchy stuff. Like it seems like, you know. I
was talking to one of our viewers who actually is a Patreon supporter of ours. Which
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Appreciate
you know, something came up about it, and so we're talking about it, and it's like, it's kind of weird. I almost feel like I'm panhandling on the internet with the Patreon, but yeah, at the end of the day, can I have some more? But at the end of the day, we do put a lot of work into it, and we take pride in it, and we want to do the best job that we can do, and we want to do even better.
Yeah, how much more different is it from, say, like an NPR? You know, like they produce the content and then they have those drives. Well, we're not like putting, you know, that we're not blocking content or taking away from content to ask for money. We're just saying, hey, if you're into what we're doing, we just Patreon over here. And of course, just watching the videos helps too, because, you know, watching those ads that roll, you know, that goes to Nerdarchy. That funds us.
Look, I got a dream. I got a dream. One day, for nerds, it will be.
Yeah.
Nah, it's seriously like I you know, offhandedly remark in videos and comments and stuff that, you know, that we want to go pro, right? Why not? Like you have Felicia Day, Will Wheaton, and a host of other people out there. You know, why not chase your dreams? Why not? You know, why not do what you love to do? Like, so that would be so awesome.
They say the dream job is the job that, you know, is something that you love and you never feel like you're working, you know. And when we sit down at the game table, you know, it's fun. You know, you don't think, oh my God, this is a job, I have to go do this.
Like,
you
this
know.
is the greatest scam I've ever run, because like, you know, I'm like kind of like juggling my family life, my work, and Nerdarchy, and I was kind of talking to my wife about something, and she was like, well, it's kind of like your job, and literally, like, we're talking about going to play a game, I think. And she's the one that said it's like your job. I feel like I just perpetrated like the greatest scam ever.
Well, you know, it's also like there's that saying of don't dress for the job you have, but the job you want.
Yeah.
So apparently I need to put on like an extra 30 pounds and like wear like tight fitting like superhero t-shirts and like carry dice on me. And I could be a professional gamer, dress for the job that you want. Right? Yeah. Well, it's just a stereotype. I know there's like fit, health conscientious gamers, and then there's the Cheetos, Mountain Dew swilling gamer too. And we have all kinds.
There are all types.
Different strokes.
So
the world.
So the question is, you guys, do you think that makes us awful for actually wanting to make a profit and make money off of what we love doing? Like, all of a sudden, does it make us less genuine, less gamers? Like, does it erase the last like 20, 30 years we've spent actually pursuing this hobby and enjoying it? And and to a certain extent, we're each experts in this thing because we've just been doing it so long. So are many of you as well.
Yeah, we're not trying to take anything away from you guys out there.
And we're constantly learning, and growing in the hobby, especially when they keep releasing freaking editions. But but you have no choice. But hey, this one's really good. So what are you gonna do? But so I would love to hear everyone else's take on it, and also other YouTube RPGers. I know some of you guys watch our stuff. What do you guys feel about it? What's your opinion on it? Dawnforge Cast has a huge channel. He's been doing this for a while.
I think that's his full-time thing.
Yeah, it might be.
Juice and SR2 Joker, they're right over 1,000 subscribers themselves.
So the thing is, the reason why I bring it up is I think Andrew from DFC got a lot of flack when he first started, like with this idea that he can be compensated for his time for doing this, and there was a lot of backlash. I know there was other things going on back then, but we weren't around, so I'm not going to go into that. But I remember people telling me about that, and I also know a lot of people that gave him the guff for it are now like trying to monetize in different ways too.
Right.
So you see that as well. And I also wonder, like, if those same people that get so angry about people monetizing and trying to get paid for their time, like, do they picket Mike Merle's house or Chris Perkins' house? Are they out there? Like, you're a fake gamer. You're not real. Like,
or Richard Garfield, like the guy who designed Magic and many other great tabletop games himself.
So like where's the line? Where is it okay?
You know what it feels like? If you're like the sort of the entry-level journeyman trying to do things, like, it seems like you're more susceptible to the backlash. But if you're like this top tier, like Will Wheaton, Mike Merle's, like Wizards of the Coast, like, it seems like you've become impervious. It's like you're either at the ivory tower or like you're just
so you have to climb that. You can't climb the ladder slowly. You've got to jump.
Yeah, really. Apparently that's what it is.
Teleport. We need Nerdarpults.
Nice.
Like, it seems like you need to be. You're liable to endure the sort of the slings and arrows of people's anger unless you're already a celebrity. Like it seems like.
Yeah, which is a person that
doesn't need it.
So professionally has done what they like to make money.
I mean, like when you're just like, hey, we're pretty much just like all of you guys. It's just we have this idea and we put enough time and effort into it. So, but we're not really any different from you. But we like to.
We want to develop a campaign and different books and like
products.
PDFs, products. Yeah. Well, that's going to take a lot of time on top of what we already do. So
and that's not likely to change. We want to keep that format going.
15 or 20 hours a week. I mean, I remember when I was younger working 15 or 20 hours a week, and I got paid for every single hour of it. I'm not saying, hey, pay me for every single hour, but I mean, if I'm doing something I like, but I'm also putting in 100 hours into something, I'd like to be compensated in some way for it. So, if people can.
Right. As Ryan said, our goal is to be professional nerds. So how much more can we do for you guys, and what kind of product would we actually be able to deliver if we were at that level when we could all leave our regular jobs and just be nerds?
We'll always be nerds. Professional nerds.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Because the difference between a nerd and a professional nerd is the professional nerd is paid for that service.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I actually often even when I'm dating and stuff like that, and so I'm like to women, I'm like, I'm a part-time professional nerd. Like, so I already say I'm part-time. It's like a part-time job.
So as Dave said, continue the conversation down below. Please let us know what you think. Let us know, what your viewpoints are, standpoints. Is there some kind of line, or
are we now scum of the universe?
And if we are, why?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because saying we're jackasses now or whatever is not enough. I want to actually know why someone's upset now.
Yeah.
So
Like I hate the dislike button for that reason. It's just like, well, I mean, was it the content? Do you not like the way I'm groomed? What do you smell me through
or
YouTube?
you didn't kill someone with the dragon this time.
One of the big things in Reddit is the upvoting or downvoting,
yeah.
and the major thing they say is you don't just downvote something if you don't like it. It has to like take away from the overall conversation.
Right. Yeah.
That's why you downvote something.
Apparently, those people don't understand the internet.
right. Clearly.
So
Clearly.
down below, you know what to do. While you're doing that, like, share, subscribe.
Check us out at nerdarchy.com.
Speaking of that monetary thing, you could patronize us in a good way on Patreon. We'd appreciate it.
You can also go over Reddit and continue the conversation.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.